everybody, and welcome to a very different kind of video. Today I'm going to be filling out the books read spreads for my bullet journal. This is basically going to cover the books read for the entire year that I have a spread for that basically tracks how many books I read over the year. And then also each month I have the star ratings for the books and basically like keeping track of what books I read in what months. And I'm also basically making sure that I set up the pages for my 5-star spreads that I'm going to do later on. So here I'm basically just cutting out all of the covers for the books that I've read over this year and separating them into separate piles. One for all the books I ended up reading and completing this year, then also a section for all of the months, basically where I list out every book that either I did finish or even DNF'd, and then separating also out my 5 stars for the year. So basically, this is not the most clean of bullet journals. I will apologize right now for that because I didn't know exactly what the size of these images was that I needed. I ended up doing an inch by an inch approximately for each picture. Some of them ended up bigger, some of them ended up smaller than that, but either way, it looks really messy by the end of this, and I apologize. I just did not really know what size I needed going into this, and I kind of just went on this with a whim. I wasn't looking for perfection, and like the books read spread, by the end of it, you're gonna see like pictures are overlapping each other. In the monthly spreads for like all the books I read in those months, there's pictures that they don't even sit in their actual marked spaces in the spread. They're actually like further on the page because I couldn't get them to fit so that I could see the star ratings. So it is all kinds of crazy. But basically what I wanted to do with this was just kind of talk to you guys a little bit about these things, like these books that I started reading over the year and some kind of thoughts going into the end of the year here, because now it's October, we're nearing the end of the year. I have read a lot of books. At this point, I have read over 80 books. I think I may be even closing on 90 books for the entire year, which is insane. I did not think I was going to get to that point. I had set up a goal for like, I think 52 books, maybe 52 books in this year, and I have greatly surpassed that. I've almost doubled that, if anything, and I'm very proud of myself with the fact that we still have, 2.5 months of the year left to go. But basically, I ended up having to film this over a couple different times because I had to take breaks because I was exhausted as I was going through this. And again, I was so tired that like I just kind of threw things together. It doesn't look nice by any means, but I did what I could, and I hope you guys still are interested in seeing stuff like this. I would like to maybe do a video starting next year where I do like a video series of filling out my 5-star spreads for the year, where like every month I do a video filling out spreads for each of my 5-star reads for that given month. So if you would be interested in that, please let me know with a comment down below that you would be interested, because I'm trying to figure out some new content going into the next year of what I would like to do. And one thing I want to do more is bullet journal videos, and also maybe doing like monthly spreads or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but at the very least I want to do a 5-star spread video for every month, and I think that would be really fun because I really like seeing those on YouTube myself, and I want to continue doing that. And it is bookish related, where I talk about the books I read this month, stuff like that, and some really good quotes, stuff like that. So if you're interested, let me know. Otherwise, I may just not do them. I don't really know. I don't know if I would still do them if there wasn't any interest, but maybe I'll do like a couple in the year and kind of see where that goes, but I'm really honestly not sure. Honestly, this video is not in any way structured. I just wanted to kind of sit here and talk with you guys as this was being made, because I have a lot of ideas going forward into next year that I'm very excited for, and I hope you guys are too, because I think that especially this year I've become more comfortable with all kinds of different content, and I've become comfortable with the idea of, pushing myself and making different kinds of content. This year has been a really hard one for me, especially the second half of the year in terms of my mental health. And so I'm trying to find things that kind of spark that creativity again in me. And I feel like these kinds of videos are always really fun. They are incredibly time consuming though. Like this whole process took me probably like 2 hours or more to do entirely. And this is all obviously sped up so that it's much shorter. But the entire process of cutting these pictures out honestly took me probably like over an hour to do. and then taping it all in and figuring out how I wanted it all to look was probably at least another hour. And in all honesty, you'll see I haven't even like completed the 5-star spreads. I didn't really show those in this video because I still want to take some time to like make those in particular, and those are gonna all take so much time for me to do by themselves that I just didn't even want to try to put them in this video. I just figured it either would be something I would do later on my own, or maybe I would do a video of it later. I have no idea. But at the very least, I wanted to kind of bring this up as a possibility for content in the future, because I think this would be really fun to do if you're interested in it. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go through here right now and start putting stuff in terms of like the content. I didn't end up actually being able to record any of it because my camera had died and both of my batteries were dead, so I didn't get to show you guys doing all of this. But here you can see I started doing it a little bit and having to like obviously finagle some of the covers in to get them to fit on the page. But yeah, I didn't end up getting much of the footage just because my batteries had died and I had to wait for it to all be charged up. And the ending clips I got with like the smallest sliver of battery left that I had on one of my batteries that I took off the charger. So unfortunately, this is all you're gonna get, but this is how it looked completed, this entire spread, and it is messy, as you can see. So it doesn't look great. I wish I would have been able to take more time to do a better job of this, but I was running low on time. I didn't have the energy to do what I had originally wanted. And honestly, who really is gonna do anything perfect the first time? This is the first time I've really done something like this, and so I think that now I have a better idea of what I want to do in the future. But here are all of the monthly spreads that I did, and like you can see, some of the pictures were too big that I had to put on the actual page itself in order of like how they look on that page, because I didn't have room to put them without being able to see the star ratings and everything. So but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you would like to see anything else in this going into next year, and I will see all of you guys later. Bye everyone.